right, good morning. We are back on the record in the state of Florida versus William Woodward, case number 2012 CF 55504A. I'll note the presence of Mr. Woodward at council table with Mr. Eisenmenger and the presence of Mr. Respis and Mr. Shiner on behalf of the state. I see the state is reviewing some of the exhibits. You all need a few more moments?
Yeah, it's going to take a little while to get evidence for it.
Oh, the courtroom wasn't open? Oh. Oh, okay. How much time do you all need? Defense have any objection taking just a 10-minute delay? Okay.
No.
All right.
Have it be organized and go smoothly, then have to take breaks.
Okay. All right. So I'll just go ahead and brief recess then, and I understand that the jury is present and accounted for. So you all let the deputies know when you're ready, and then we'll proceed. Thank you. We'll take a brief recess. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thank you for your patience this morning with our brief delay, but the jury is present again in the courtroom. And did all of you follow my instructions during the overnight recess?
Yes.
Is anyone aware of any violations of any of my instructions?
No.
All right. Very good. The state may call its next witness.
Melissa Dunham.
Melissa Dunham, please. Thank you. You may inquire.
What was your name back in September 3rd, 2012?
Melissa Dodge.
And so your report and your initials didn't change, so it's going to appear the same on the evidence that you collected?
Yes, sir, my initials did not
Okay. Now let me show defense counsel some exhibits.
Yes, sir.
Show you what's been marked as an N. Same question. Do you recognize it as being a part of the crime scene? And does it appear as you recall it upon your arrival?
Yes, sir.
P. You recognize exhibit P.
Yes, sir.
And is it a accurate photo of how the crime scene appeared upon your arrival?
Yes, sir.
R. Exhibit R. Does that appear to be an accurate image of how the scene appeared upon your arrival?
Yes, sir.
Q. Does that appear to be an accurate image of how the scene appeared upon your arrival?
Yes, sir.
CD. CD is in dog. Does that appear to be an accurate image of the scene as it appeared upon your arrival?
Yes.
CC. And does that appear to be an image from the scene upon your arrival?
Yes, sir.
X. Does that appear to be a picture from the scene or an image from the scene upon your arrival?
Yes, sir.
And Debbie, does that appear to be an image from the scene upon your arrival?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to offer these exhibits in evidence. I'd like to review the order that I
You were the person who took these photographs, is that correct?
I do not believe that I took all of them.
Okay. You know when they were taken?
They appear to be taken when we were on the scene.
Well, I understand that, and I understand they may have been sometime early morning hours, September 3rd. I'm trying to be a little more specific. This, just from the photographs itself, it's clear this is sometime after the scene was secured. Is correct?
It appears, yes, sir.
Okay, okay. And what I'm trying to find out from you, if you know, is when the scene was secured and when these photographs were taken.
The scene was secured prior to my arrival.
Okay, so you don't know when it was secured.
Correct.
Okay. All of these would have been sometime after that.
Correct.
Okay. All right. No further questions? Objection?
Okay, without objection then, those exhibits noted and our next number is 32, Madam Clerk. Sorry, 33. And in the order that the state requested, those will be introduced.
September 2012, I was employed by the Titusville Police Department as a crime scene technician. My job was to respond to crime scenes, document the scene, collect evidence, preserve the evidence, and evidence storage.
Okay. And had you received any training before you were hired to perform this job with the Titusville Police Department?
I have an AS degree, an Associates in Science degree in crime scene technology. I have a bachelor's and master's degree in criminal justice. And upon hiring with the police department, I was trained by other crime scene technicians.
All right. And when were you hired by the Titusville Police Department to perform this job?
March of 2012.
Okay. So you'd been working for approximately 6 months when this incident occurred and you responded.
Correct.
What time did you believe you arrived at your crime scene?
I believe that we arrived approximately 1:47 a.m.
Okay. So when you got there, the scene was secured at 1:47 a.m.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're obviously very well aware of our issue. We're trying to get the screen, and we are having technical difficulties. So, again, appreciate your patience. Hopefully someone will be here any moment from facilities to fix the problem very promptly if it's taking longer. Again, thank you all for your patience. All right, Mr. Respis, you may proceed when you're ready.
Okay, I want to start with Exhibit 33. And can you tell us what part of the crime scene we're viewing in this exhibit?
This is a picture of Smith and Lane drives, and on the left side of the picture is, okay,
Show them where you're referring to.
thank you. Okay. To the left side, right here, is 1960 Smith Drive. Over here on this side is 1950 Smith Drive.
Okay. And what does Lane Drive, what road does Lane Street or Avenue or whatever the lane roadway, what does that run into if you continue on out there? You know the road that's out there?
I believe it's Park Avenue.
I want to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 34. You recognize that's how it relates to the image we just saw.
That is another picture of Smith and Lane.
Okay, and the yard that we're looking at behind the street sign, what residence is associated with that? You mean to go back to the other picture?
Yes, please. Okay. I believe that is 1960 Smith Drive.
Okay. I want to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 35. And can you tell us what that is really? Okay. Can you tell us, or orient us and tell us what we're looking at in this image?
This is, right here is Lane. This is 1950 Smith Drive, and right there would be 1940 Smith Drive.
State's Exhibit 36. Can you tell us what's in that image?
This is 1950 Smith Drive, and this is 1940 Smith Drive.
And State's Exhibit 37.
That is 1950 Smith Drive.
State's Exhibit 38. Patient with me while I do this. Let's start with Exhibit 17.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, when we're looking at this scene, is there anything that you or other officers have placed at this scene that weren't there when you got there?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Looking at this scene, at this picture, is there items that you or other members of the Titusville Police Department have placed or put there that weren't there when you got there?
Yes, sir.
And what have you put there?
The evidence markers.
Okay. And so that I think we can see some letters. Is that what you're talking about, at least visible in this image?
Yes, sir.
Let me show defense counsel what's been marked as Y. Exhibit AA. Exhibit AC. Exhibit AB. Exhibit
Yes, sir.
Right. Does it accurately show the things that it's intended to depict, including the things that law enforcement placed at the scene?
Yes, sir.
Showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit AA. And I'm asking the same question. Do you recognize the scene in the image, and does it contain things you observe at the scene, including things that law enforcement placed there?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit AC, do you recognize the image and what's in the image, and does it have things that you observed at the scene, including things that law enforcement placed there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit AD, do you recognize the scene,
Yes, sir.
and does it have things that were at the scene and things that law enforcement placed at the scene?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit AE, showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit AH. Do you recognize the scene and the items that are in the image, and including things that law enforcement placed there?
Yes, sir.
Showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit AJ. You recognize the scene,
Yes, sir.
and do you see items that were there upon your arrival, and things that law enforcement placed there?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit AK. Do you recognize the scene in the image?
Yes, sir.
You recognize things that were there upon your arrival and things that law enforcement placed there?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit AL. Do you recognize the image?
Yes, sir.
And you recognize the things that are in the image, including things that law enforcement placed there?
Yes, sir.
And State's Exhibit AM, same question. Do you recognize the scene in the image, the items in the image, including things that law enforcement placed there?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to offer each of these exhibits in the order that I call them out, not in order, question that I'd like them to be ordered into evidence in order like this.
Let me ask you, short for you on two of these.
You may.
Ma'am, specifically, trying to not mess up the orders.
You may.
A, L, and A, they picked a sheet of paper. What I'm trying to figure out is that sheet of paper is something law enforcement added, or is that something that you were documenting along with the casing?
It was there upon my arrival.
All right. But you don't know how the sheet of paper got there and what the significance is of the sheet of paper.
I believe it was placed there by an officer or detective on the scene prior to my arrival to point out evidence.
Okay, so just sort of a marker.
Yes, sir.
Within your training experience, that would be something
Yes, sir.
you would expect to be doing, because it's part of your technician's job, not necessarily yours, to put the little letters next for photographs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so that explains that. Thank you very much. I also will apologize in advance if I call you Ms. Dodge.
It's okay.
Reviewing the material, I didn't realize there were so many weddings in the department.
That's okay.
Thank you.
All right. Defense have any objection to the introduction of those exhibits? Defense has no objection to the introduction?
No,
then?
no objection.
Okay. All right. Correct. So in the order that you presented them to the witness, they will be in evidence as 42 through 54.
Okay. And while she's doing that, I'll keep going if it's all right with the court.
You may.
Yeah.
Is it speed it? I will stipulate to all those things, you know, whatever you want to do with it, but speed it up rather than take them through the opening of the bag and all that. Medical examiner testify about that.
Well, not necessarily. I tell you what, if you want to stipulate to these in, and she can mark them, I'm going to go right now. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do.
I just want to try and speed it up. Judge, I will stipulate these items.
Right, have they been marked for identification?
Yeah, I think they have. I'll announce them. I'm using the numbers the police gave them, and then I'm going to use the court numbers.
Okay.
That would be DJ, VI, VI, VH, VL, VE, VM, VM, VL, VK, and VO. I'd like them received in evidence in order like this.
All right, very well. Then without objection, they'll be,
I think the court's going to need a little bit of time to get that done, and then I'll proceed.
okay, and that's 55 through 66.
Okay. All right. While she's doing that, why don't I start with, there's a mark kind of in the middle above the beer bottle in the image. Do you see what I'm referring to?
Yes, sir.
Mark in the grass. Can you show us so we're talking about the same thing? Okay. And did you go up and observe that area?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 42. Light up there. All right. Is that a closer up image of the same area?
Yes, sir.
And then I'm going to put State's Exhibit 43. Is that even closer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what did you observe there?
It was a stain.
So that's why you documented it?
Yes, sir.
And that's where you found it?
Yes, sir. Right there.
And we're looking at Exhibit 17 right now. And is the stain in the middle of the yard short of where the grill image, right?
Yes, sir, right here.
Okay. I want to use that same image. We're going to focus on the photo marker. So we're going to look at Exhibit 42. Leave those with you. Okay, now, can you tell us why these photo markers, and I think right now I'm focusing on E through M, and I think there's a 1 and 2 there somewhere as well that we'll get to. Why those photo markers were placed in the position that they were?
They were placed in those positions to mark evidence, specifically spent casings that were observed.
Okay. And so I'm going to put up Exhibit 44. Specifically, I'm looking at item E right now.
This is the driveway. The vehicle is parked in the driveway of 1940 Smith Drive.
Okay. And what is E actually documenting? What do you show? Is the item visible?
Yes, a spent casing.
Exhibit 45. Is that closer view of that same exhibit?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to show you what's been received in evidence as State's Exhibit 55, which has MD number E on it. And you, from the packaging, do you recognize that as your writing?
This is my partner's writing. This is my ID number. And this is my seal on the evidence tape. These are my initials.
Okay.
Sir.
All right. Did you work in concert with someone in collecting this evidence?
Yes, sir.
And what did you place in that bag?
The item depicted in the photograph, a spent casing in the driveway of 1940 Smith.
All right. Can you look, with the court's permission, can you look inside that package and satisfy yourself what would be placed in there is in there today?
You may proceed.
Pick an area where there's not.
not moving. Can I put gloves on and reach my hand in? Yes, sir.
You recognize that as the item you collected that's in this image up on the view screen?
Yes, sir.
And now, when you put that back in there, just go ahead and put it back in. Had a good time getting it out. You indicated that you had sealed the item and put your initials on it.
Yes, sir.
And did you notice if anybody else entered into the packages?
Yes, sir.
And do you recognize any of those seals or initials?
Yes, sir.
Okay, correct.
This around here, right here, initial CH would have been Caitlin Hill, CST Caitlin Hill from the police department.
Okay.
And this is FDLE tape.
Okay, all right. So, were those items sent to FDLE? Or was that item sent to FDLE?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you set that aside? Because we're going to be talking about a lot of other pieces of evidence. And I wanted to move on to F. Is that where F was located?
Yes, sir.
Back towards the rear, driver's side rear of the automobile?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you what's been received in evidence as Exhibit 56
Okay.
and ask if you recognize that as something that you collected from this scene that relates to the photo marker F we see on the view screen.
Yes, sir.
How is it you're able to tell that?
It is marked item MDF, and
I want to go to Exhibit 46 and place that on the view screen. Okay. And do you recognize the scene in that image?
yes, sir.
And does that include Exhibit G?
Yes, sir.
And where is Exhibit G in relation to the automobile that we've been seeing in the previous exhibits? Where's that located?
This is part of the automobile right here.
Okay. And I know that I'm not real thrilled about the quality of this picture, but is there a driveway and yard in this image as well?
Yes, sir.
And can you tell where the driveway ends and the yard starts approximately?
Approximately right here.
Okay. And if you can't see it well enough, I'd ask permission for you to come down and look at the
Okay.
view screen.
Okay.
And then bring the laser pointer so you
Okay.
can show the jury. May the witness step down?
She may.
Okay, so can you show the jury on the view screen where that break is between the driveway and the yard? Okay, all right. And I'm going to put up on the view screen Exhibit 47. And do you recognize that particular scene? All right. And does that show a part of the driveway and a part of the yard where the exhibits G and H are located? All right. Ask you to resume your seat. And I'm going to hand you Exhibit 57 and 58 and identified as exhibit, or your number G and H. Do you recognize each of those exhibits?
Yes, sir.
And how did you able to recognize them?
These are my initials on the back of both where I sealed them and put evidence tape, and they are items MDG, MDH with my ID number and the location of where they were found.
And how do these items relate to the exhibit we're looking at on the view screen?
The casing in here, MDH, would be would have been this one, this casing, and then MDG would be this one.
All right. And can we talk about those in terms of, can you tell us what H is in relation to our exhibit numbers? That's the red sticker. And so this would be H, and that's exhibit 58. And G would be exhibit 57. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's start with exhibit 57. Can you look
Okay.
inside the package and satisfy yourself that what you placed in there is in there today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's set that one aside. Let's do the same thing with exhibit 58.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I've asked you to set that exhibit aside. I'm going to put exhibit 48 up on the view screen. And focusing on photo markers I, J, and K. Do you recognize those in this image?
Yes, sir.
And what are those photo markers, or what are you attempting to document in this photograph?
Spent casings.
Right. And I'm going to show you what's been received as exhibit 50. Tell us what we're seeing in exhibit 50.
Yes, this would be casing labeled I with the evidence marker and another casing labeled K with the evidence marker.
And then I'm going to put exhibit 49 on the view screen as well, what's being documented in exhibit 49.
That is a close-up photograph of shell casing J that we just saw.
I'm going to approach you with exhibits 59, 60, and 61. And I believe these are I, J, and K, as you know, numbers. Do you recognize those exhibits as such?
Yes, sir.
What did you place in those exhibits?
These spent casings.
The last two images I've shown you?
Yes, sir.
And if you look inside each of those packages, starting with what you call I, and I believe is, what number is it?
59.
All right, start with 59. And look in there and satisfy yourself whether or not the item is placed in the exhibit.
Yes, sir.
Now, as with the other items of evidence that you handled, does it appear that Ms. Hill and FPLE have gone
Yes, sir.
Place that item to the side. And move on, what's the next numbered exhibit, which would be
60,
60, which is at J.
MDJ.
I'd ask you to open that exhibit and determine whether or not the item you placed in there is in there today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And again, does that package appear to have been entered into by Ms. Hill and someone from FPLE?
Yes, sir.
Set that one aside. And then the last exhibit, I'm assuming is number 61.
Yes, sir.
And can you, looking at the package, is that, what photo marker is that associated?
Evidence marker K, item MDK.
That.
Yes, sir.
And you recognize that package like you recognize the other packages?
Yes, sir.
Does it appear that the people that we've been talking about both entered into those packages as well?
Yes, sir.
I ask you to open up that package and satisfy yourself that what you placed in there is in there today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You said that. I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 57. Exhibit 51. Mr. Eisenman was discussing with you about the torn piece of paper.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so that's what you were talking about when you said you thought or believed that another officer may have left that to make it easier for you to find the evidence?
Yes, sir.
Now, where is Exhibit L in relation to these other exhibits? Do you need me to go back to?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does that help you with determining where that exhibit was located in relation to the automobile in the garage?
Yes.
I mean, the driveway.
Yes, this is item L.
Okay. And so it's over in the grass or the yard area off the driveway?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you what's been received in evidence as Exhibit 62. Ask if you recognize it and associate it with photo marker number L, or letter L.
Yes, sir.
And how is it you're able to do that?
It is labeled item MDL with my ID number and the location, and it is sealed with my initials.
And does that package appear to have been entered by Ms. Hill and someone from FPLE as well?
Yes, sir.
Can you open the package and determine whether or not what you placed in there is in there today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ask you to put that back in the package and set it aside with the other evidence. Going back to the previous exhibit, which is 46, does that show us, or you, where M was in relation to the automobile in the driveway? like up close?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you what's been received in evidence as Exhibit 63, and ask if you recognize and whether or not they will associate that with the image up on the view screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is that based on the writing on the packaging that we've been talking about earlier?
Yes, sir.
You recognize whether or not other people have been into the package after you originally sealed it?
Yes, sir.
And is it Caitlin Hill and the FDLE?
Yes, sir.
Can you open up the package and satisfy yourself that what you placed in there in September is in there today?
Yes, sir.
As you set that package aside, we'll move on to the next. I want to go back. Let me do it this way. I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 52. Can you tell us what we're seeing in State's Exhibit 52?
This is,
If you need to step down, just tell us if you can't see it well enough.
can I step down?
With the court's permission?
You may.
Thank you.
What I want to start with is orienting the jury as to where 1 and 2 are in relation to L and M. Okay. Okay. And what is 1 and 2? Okay. I ask you to resume your seat. And I'm going to show you what's been received. You sealed it.
Yes, sir.
And is that Ms. Hill and someone from FDLE?
Yes, sir.
Can you open the, and we'll start with what you labeled as 1, which I believe is exhibit number 1.
64.
You go into 64 and satisfy yourself that what you placed in there is in there today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'd ask you to set that aside with the other evidence. And then I'd like you to do the same thing with what you labeled as photo marker 2 and exhibit what exhibit number is that?
65.
And it appears that others have entered, Deputy Ms. Hill, someone from FDLE.
Yes, sir.
Did you open the package and satisfy yourself what you placed in there in September is there today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'd ask you to set that aside with the other evidence. And I think I'd like to collect some of that so we can. Get this. So these are all casings that were found in the driveway of the yard on the side of the automobile that would be closer to the Kimberly or 1950 Smith Drive.
Yes, sir.
I got one more, so let me do that. Let's talk about it again. Give me the original picture so they can. And that's exhibit 4. I want you to show us where in was on exhibit 44.
N is right here.
Okay, so that's in the same group as
Yes, sir.
EF through N, and then 1 and 2.
Yes, sir.
What was in? What did you find?
A spent casing. Yes, sir.
Same people appear to have gone into it.
Yes, sir.
Can you open the package and satisfy yourself that what you placed in there is in there today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's set that one aside, and I think I'll put that one together. I don't want to play.
No objection.
That's fine, we'll go ahead and get through.
All right, without objection, those will be the next in the order that they were announced on the record. And I believe we are up to 67 through 81. So 67 through 81, thank you. You may proceed.
All right, then let me show defense counsel what's been marked as State's Exhibit DP, DQ, DR, DS, DT, EC, and DF.
No objection.
Okay, and I'm sorry, the first one was at D, E?
E is in David.
Okay, thank you. All right, so without objection, those will be 82 through 88 in evidence.
Let's go back to Exhibit 7. Now, I want to talk about photo markers OP 13, 14, 15, 7, and 16. Does the Exhibit 7 show the general area you would have recovered those items?
This is the address of 1940 Smith Drive, and they would have been collected near or in the carport.
Okay. And are they on the same side of the automobile we've been working so far, or on the other side of the automobile?
Bill.
Okay. So I want to start with Exhibit 67. And ask if you can point us to tell us where we were looking in this particular.
This is the driveway of 1940 Smith Drive. This is the front of the vehicle that we had seen parked in the driveway in the previous photos.
Marker is in proximity to that photo marker in that image. other words, whatever item you recovered is for O is in proximity to O. It's somewhere around it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 68. And how we looked at the previous picture, can you orient us and tell us what we're looking at from this view?
So this, again, is the driveway of 1940 Smith Drive. This is the part of the yard. The vehicle would have been parked over here on the left side of the photograph. And up towards the top of the photograph is where the carport would have started.
Okay. And Exhibit 69. And what are we looking at in Exhibit 69?
That is a shell casing. That is a close-up of evidence marker O, which we just saw.
Okay. And I'm going to show you what's been received in evidence as Exhibit 82 and ask if you recognize and associate Exhibit 82 with the photo marker O up on the view screen.
Yes, sir.
And is the package sealed by you?
Yes, sir.
Does it appear to have been entered since you sealed it?
Yes, sir.
Does it appear the same two people that we've been talking about, Ms. Hill and someone from FDLE, have entered the package after the original seal?
Yes, sir.
Did you open the package and satisfy yourself that the item you placed in that exhibit is still in there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what exhibit number is that? Can you look at the red? It's on the other side.
82.
82. Can you place the item back in the exhibit and put it aside? You want to put Exhibit 70 up on the view screen? And do you recognize in that exhibit?
Yes, sir. That is a shell casing, and it is evidence marker P. And a few photos ago, we saw the meet that. This is a close-up shot.
Okay. So it's off the driveway, a relatively short distance in proximity to O.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been received in evidence as Exhibit 83 and ask if you can associate the item on the view screen with that exhibit.
Yes, sir.
And how is it you're able to recognize it?
It is item MDP. It has the location, and I have sealed it with my initials and evidence tape.
Does it appear others have entered into it, as we talked about earlier on other exhibits?
Yes, sir.
Same people?
Yes, sir.
And I'd ask that you enter into the package and satisfy that you placed that in there in September, still in there today. And I've got a image that's already in evidence, and I want you to see if you can orient Exhibit 18 with Exhibit 71, just so the jury knows where these items were in relation to Exhibit 71 in relation to Exhibit 18. Understand my question?
Yes, sir. This is the carport of 1940 Smith Drive, and those items would have, they're not in the picture, they would have been right where the evidence marker is, right by that toolbox.
Okay. All right, so they are closer to the automobile, which was parked outside the carport.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 72. Ask if you recognize that image.
Yes, sir.
And what is being documented in that image?
A shell casing.
I'm going to show you what's been received in evidence in that's on the view screen right now?
Yes, sir.
And what do you recognize it to be?
A shell casing from 1940 Smith Drive, item MD13, is marked by evidence marker 13.
All right, so that item that's on the view screen is what you placed in the package?
Yes, sir.
And did the same people enter into that package as we discussed with the other packages?
Yes, sir.
Could you enter into that package and satisfy yourself that what you placed in there in September 2012 is in there today?
Yes, sir.
I'd ask you to announce that, put the item back in there, tell us the exhibit number on the back of the bag, and then set it aside.
84.
Okay, thank you. Now, in addition to 13, I think there was exhibit 14. It was relatively close proximity.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm going to put exhibit 73 on the view screen. What is it you're attempting to document here?
A casing right there. This is a close-up of the previous photo.
Okay. 5. Ask if you recognize the exhibit and associate it with the
Yes, sir.
associate the two.
It is item number MD14, which matches with evidence marker 14, and it has the location where it was found.
Okay. And does the package to be in the same condition as the other package we talked about as far as others entering into it?
Yes, sir.
Right. Could you open the package and satisfy yourself that what you placed in there is in there today?
Yes, sir.
All right, if you could put that back in the package and then turn the package over, tell us the number associated, the evidence number associated with it, and put it aside.
85.
Okay, thank you. Showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 74. You recognize that particular image.
Yes, sir.
All right. And we talked about 13 and 14. Where is 15 in relation to 13 and 14?
14 was inside this.
Okay. And so this is all a little bit towards the front of the carport or the exit from the carport versus that picture I showed you earlier, which was Exhibit 18. And I'm going to put Exhibit 75 on the view screen and ask you what you were attempting to document, and I can put it in closer.
A casing right there.
And I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 86 and ask if you can associate Exhibit 86 with the image on the view screen.
Yes, sir.
And what do you associate Exhibit 86 with? What are you saying?
This is item number MD15 to go along with evidence marker 15.
Okay. And what did you place in there?
A casing.
Same casing that's in that picture?
Yes, sir.
And does it appear the packages have been entered in the same way as we talked about earlier with the other packages?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you open the package and satisfy yourself that what you placed in the package back in September of 2012 is in there today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you put it down the back of the package and tell us again what the exhibit number was on that package?
86.
All right. I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 76. Ask if you recognize the scene in that image and where it is.
Yes, sir. This is, again, inside the carport of 1940 Smith Drive. This is a door leading into the residence.
Okay. And this photo marker is located in that image.
This is the door in the previous image, and this is the black toolbox that also appears in that image.
I'm going to show Exhibit 77. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And,
Yes, sir.
okay. And does it appear, has anybody gone into that package?
Yes, sir.
And who's that?
It is FDLE evidence tape.
Ms. Hill didn't go into that one after y'all did that.
Correct.
Okay? Ask that you open that package, satisfy yourself that what you placed in that package in September is in there today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'd ask you to put that item back in the exhibit and tell us again what exhibit number that is before you set it aside.
Number 87. I believe items MDO and MDP were collected the first time that we were there between 1:47 a.m. and 6 a.m. And I was requested to respond a second time to that location, and the other items would have been collected that second time. Item MD7, I believe, would have been collected the first time.
Okay, and how about the E through N and 1 and 2 on the other side of the car? Was that collected the first time?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what specific ones did you collect the second time when you came the second time after 9 o'clock in the morning?
MD16, MD13, 14, and 15.
Okay. Let me cover one more, and then I'm going to ask to break. Let me show defense counsel what's been marked as exhibits BG, BF, BE, and exhibit BZ.
I have no objection to any.
Okay, without objection, those will be our next numbered exhibits. I believe we are at 89, 90, 91, and 92.
It does. We're going to use them in conjunction with the other. Each is going to be in conjunction with the other. me do one more. Easy. Oh, here it is. Okay. Got it. Mr. Eisenberg, let me do this one too. I'm going to be offering exhibit DU along with AT.
Did you say AS? Okay. No objection to those three additional exhibits. Those will be 93, 94, 95.
All right, so let's start with exhibit 90. You recognize what's depicted in exhibit 90?
Yes, sir.
And what is it you're attempting to document in that image?
This hole in this toolbox, this is the carport of 1940 Smith Drive.
All right, and kind of orient this, we've looked at exhibit 18 a number of times, so can you tell us where this is located in relation to the toolbox and the door, the entry door we've been talking about?
Yes, sir. The black toolbox would be back here, and the door would be on the opposite side of that toolbox.
Okay, now these images and the recovery of any evidence, what trip was it that you did this?
This was the third trip.
Okay, and when was that again?
I believe I received a call approximately 1:30 in the afternoon, and I arrived about 2:11.
Okay, and so what is it that we're looking at, this white item with the hole in it that you're documenting in this image? What is it that we're looking at? What is it a container?
I believe it was used as a toolbox. Yes, it is a container.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked as exhibit 94. And can you tell us what we're looking at when we go from exhibit 90 to 91?
Yes, sir. This is that same container with the lid open, and the hole would have been on that side, that general area. And this is a welding helmet with what appeared to be a projectile in it.
And I'm going to show you what's been marked as exhibit 92. Tell us what we're looking at in this image.
Of the photo we just saw, that is evidence marker 17, and I am documenting that projectile.
Okay, so this helmet is inside the white container that had the hole,
Yes, sir.
and the hole was through the kind of the lid of the container.
Yes, sir.
Now, was this welding mask at the top of the container as well?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 89. And ask if you recognize
Yes, sir.
And are you able to associate Exhibit 89 with the image on the view screen?
Yes, sir.
And do you see where anyone went into the package after you sealed it?
Yes, sir.
Is it marked in the same or similar ways as the other packaging with the same numbering system we've been talking about? Some letters, this I believe is a number 17.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And could you open the package, satisfy yourself what you placed in there is in there today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Could you place the item back in the package and tell us again what the exhibit number is?
89.
Right, thank you. I'm going to show you what's been received in evidence as Exhibit 94. And can you tell us what we're looking at in Exhibit 94?
This is the vehicle that was parked in the driveway of 1940 Smith Drive. And that at the time, Detective Kane Watson, and she is holding open the bug guard in the front of the vehicle.
Okay. And then I'm going to show you what's been marked.
Close-up of inside the bug guard, between the bug guard and the vehicle, of a casing.
Okay. Now you put a number with this casing, but you didn't put the photo marker in the image, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 93 and ask if you recognize it and if you can associate it with the casing that's in the image up on the view screen.
Yes, sir.
And how is it you're able to do that?
It is labeled with the location, and it is sealed with my initials, and it is item number MD26.
And what location is on the package?
Casing and bug guard of Nissan truck, driveway of 1940 Smith Drive.
Okay. And there was only one casing found in a bug guard at that location, right?
Correct.
All right. Now, does it appear anyone's gone into that package?
Yes, sir.
And is it the same two people that appear to have gone into all the shell casings that we talked about?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Hill, someone from FDLE?
Yes, sir.
Ask you to open the package and satisfy yourself that what you placed in there is in there today.
Yes, sir.
And if you could give us the exhibit number and place it aside, I'd appreciate it.
93.
I want to show you one more image. AR. You recognize the scene in Exhibit AR?
Yes, sir.
And does that show both sides of the automobile and carport at 1940 Smith Drive?
Yes, sir.
And it's daylight, so you can see. So that shows both sides where you would have collected this evidence outside of the carport.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to offer some Exhibit AR to that.
Any objection from the defense? No. All right, AR will be introduced and received into evidence as 96.
Okay, I'll put it up on the view screen just so you can briefly explain it to the jury what it is we're seeing. I think they've seen from other angles. But the automobile that you recovered the projectile from the bug guard, is that visible in this image?
Yes, the shell casing that was collected from the vehicle in the driveway of 1940 Smith
driver's side is the area where you would have recovered E through N and 1 and 2.
Yes, sir.
And then O and P are on the other side.
Yes, sir.
And then the numbered items, the 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 7 are all inside of the carport.
Yes, sir.
I don't have any other, well, I have other questions, but it's going to be in another area, and I was going to suggest a break for lunch.
All right, may I have the attorney's approach? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our lunch recess. If you would leave your notebooks on your chairs. And I'm going to ask that you return at 1:30. Again, you must follow my instructions during our lunch recess, and we'll see you back at 1:30. Thank you.
All right.